everyone, and welcome to DIY Crafts. Welcome to the great outdoors. It's nice enough that we can do this craft outside, and I'm super excited to tell you all about it. So I'm not sure if you've ever heard of hydro dipping, but it is this pretty cool thing where one, you can do it yourself, or two, you can buy it. Hydro dipping is basically, you can buy these really cool patterns, pictures, and what you do is you place the pattern in water, like a bucket like I have in front of me here, and then you take the item you want to hydro dip and you just place it in the water by submerging it entirely, and then what happens is the pattern wraps whatever it is you're putting in the water. So we didn't buy a pattern, we don't want to spend millions of dollars hydro dipping, and we don't want to make a huge mess, so we're outside here. I have a 5-gallon bucket, I have rubber kitchen gloves, and I have a couple of things that I want to hydro dip, just so you can see different types of surfaces and how they come out. So I have here a coffee container, a travel mug, whatever you want to call it, and it's kind of worse for wear. It's at the point where I'm ready to throw it away because it's scratched, it's losing its color, it no longer looks as cool as it did when I bought it. So instead of throwing it away, I'm going to revamp it or recycle it and create a new awesome pattern on here. So I'm going to show you guys how to do that with this. And then I have an old shoe. It's dirty, it's ugly, it's probably past its time, but it's still super comfortable because I've worn it, and I'm not quite ready to part with it yet, mainly because it's really comfortable. So first things first, for hydro dipping, you want to make sure whatever item you're using is clean. As you can see, I purposely left the shoe dirty so I can show you guys how to clean it. So before you clean it, you need to take these laces off, which may be easier said than done because I have a giant knot here. So for hydro dipping, if you want to add the pattern to your laces, you're more than welcome to do so. Leave the laces on. But because we are using spray paint for our hydro dipping, it may make the laces kind of stiff. So if that's not something that you're interested in, having stiff shoelaces, I don't recommend it. The limits to hydro dipping are really endless. Once you get the knack for it, you guys are going to be addicted. You're going to be hydro dipping your shoes, you're going to be hydro dipping your travel mugs, you're going to be hydro dipping tabletops, if you can find a big enough body of water. So step 1, remove the laces from the shoe. Step 2, grab some acetone, or in this case some nail polish, because it's 100% acetone, works for me. I have a little pad here that I'm going to put the acetone on, get it pretty well coated, and then all I'm going to do is I'm going to clean my shoe. So I just want to take off, I'm not really cleaning this because I'm not going to hydro dip that. I basically want all the color to come up on this mesh and this leather right here, so you can see all there. So I want the hydro dip to be all here. Basically, whatever you don't cover with tape is what's going to get hydro dipped. So make sure it's pretty clean. I just want to do all of this part. These are Champion sneakers. They're like 10 years old. They're really old. They're kind of grungy. I want to revamp them. So once you have that set up, you are going to go ahead and tape off the parts you do not want to be colored. So I don't really want the bottom of my shoe colored, but I'm not too concerned about that because as I walk on it, any color or any paint that was there is going to disappear really fast. And hydro dipping dries fairly fast. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to tape off this bottom half right here. So bear with me for a moment. Let me tape off as much as I can. So I'm not being super pristine with my tape because I'm going to use a blade to kind of get in those grooves and make my tape line much better. I just want to make sure that whatever you can see from the top is pretty well taped. That way. The only thing that's gonna get hydro painted is the mesh. So again, I'm not too worried about taping the bottom. I just want to tape the edge here, the very bottom of my shoe. Woo. So bear with me, guys. And then I want to tape the back here as well because I don't want that to be painted. So cover that up. And then take a look around. And I still have to do some pieces. I'm going to do this piece right here. And I'm just using plain Jane painter's tape. Masking tape will work. If you don't have masking tape or painter's tape, let's see, electrical tape may work. It might not stick as well. So then all I'm going to do is I'm going to go around, and I'm actually just going to use my nails and just make that groove where the bottom leather is, just so I know where I'm cutting. Excuse me, guys. And making sure that that tape's pretty well in there and it's not going to go anywhere. It's looking pretty good, pretty good. There's a little lip here. And this is just so I know where I'm cutting. I'm just smoothing this down real quick. So then I'm just going to take the knife, just the regular plain Jane box cutter, and I'm just going to use a little bit and just go around and score everywhere that I don't want my painter's tape. So give me just a second. I'm not going too deep because I don't want to cut my shoe, but I do want to make sure that I am uncovering the mesh here. And then let me get to the back. Where is it? So then once you do that, you can just basically peel off like that. Pretty easy. I'm just peeling off the part that I want to show. I want to have painted. Just like this. And then, as always, it helps if you have a sharp blade. That's definitely the helpful spot. There you go. Okay. And then I'm just going to score this part right here, and then I'll get to the hydro dipping part, I promise. Alright. That's good, that's good. So you see I'm just covering the bottom part of the shoe. That's not going to get painted. And then let me just take off this part right here. Oops. Peel that back. There we go, there we go. Pretty cool. Alright, so this part's the tricky part because I'm not really sure where the leather is. There it is. Just gonna tuck this in if I can. Alright, peel it off. Perfect. So here's my shoe. Everything that I'm going to paint is this mesh part here. I'm not worried about the inside of the shoe because no one's going to see the inside of my shoe but my foot. So if I get paint in there, it's not the end of the world for me. It'll dry, it'll still feel cushiony, whatever. So here is my boring plain Jane black shoe. Gear up. I'm going to go ahead and put my gloves on. Ooh. And try not to get paint on myself. And then I have here some spray paint. So I'm going to go ahead and put the spray paint in the bucket, and you guys are going to watch it curl up. So, here we go. We'll do some purple. You can You can see it's making kind of like some swirls in there. Green. I hope you guys can see this okay. Do some yellow. I'll do the different color greens. And then you're just gonna keep adding layers. So purple, yellow, teal, yellow, teal, yellow, teal, purple, teal, purple. No really rhymes to any reason here. It's totally up to you guys what you're interested in doing as far as design. And you can kind of put it anywhere you want. You can put some over here, some over here. All right, a little more, and then we'll go for it. So I'm basically just covering the surface of my container here, the surface of the water. Okay. Now the important part here is you want to take the shoe and put the side you want to color straight into it, and then go all the way under with it. So I'm going to take like this, and I'm just going to go straight in and go all the way under and come back out. Woo-wee. And there we go. I officially have a hydro dipped shoe. Minus this piece right here. I don't think this green sticks very well. It's okay. So the cool thing is, it's all different colors. Looks pretty awesome. See that awesomeness? If it doesn't come out the way you want it, all you have to do, go ahead, see how it didn't really adhere right there? So I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit more and just do it again. I really like this teal and purple look, so I'm gonna go for this color right here. Wait for it to come back in, and then I'm just going to do it one more time. And you just want to submerge the shoe entirely. And then there we go. I have a teal and purple shoe. Pretty cool. And then I got a little bit of the yellow and teal on the back. And I'm going to add a little bit of green on this side. So all you're going to do is wait for it to dry, and then you're good to go. You have a fancy new colored shoe. Pretty awesome. Alright, so you're just going to put that down, let that dry. And I'm going to show you guys how to do the tumbler. It's the same way. So we're going to go ahead and do some teal, purple, yellow, purple, yellow, teal, yellow, you guys see the design that it's creating in the water? That design is the same thing that's going to happen on my tumbler. I'm running a low on paint here. Do a couple more yellows, and then that's it. Alright, so all you're going to do is you're going to take the tumbler and you're going to put it all the way in and pull it out. So 1, 2, 3. Whee! Isn't that so cool? And that's it. You're just going to wait for it to dry. So bottom of it came out. That is your brand new tumbler. And all you're going to do is wait for it to dry. For tumblers, because they go in the dishwasher, or if you can wash it, I would recommend doing a clear coat of spray paint on the top. And that's it. You're just going to put it down as carefully as possible so you mess it up. And then just let it dry. So we've taken a black shoe, we've made it cool and colorful. We've taken a plain Jane old tumbler and made it cool and colorful. And I mean, at this point, the sky is the limit. Whatever you find that's old that you want to give this a whirl to, even a piece of wood, just to give it a try, it makes a really cool marbleized effect. So spray paint, water, and something to hydro dip. That's it. I hope you guys all really enjoyed. This is this week's upcycled DIY craft. Until next week, I'll see you guys all then.